Hello friends, today my topic is perspectives on Indian national movements, liberal, socialist, Marxist, radical, humanist and dalit perspectives. In these five topics, every year one question appears. That's why I am taking this topic. I have prepared notes for these topics. I will explain you one by one topic. Here liberal perspectives on Indian national movement. Liberals were modern and progressive nationalists who believed in rational thinking, civil liberties, and gradual political reforms influenced by British liberal thought. This is the introduction. Coming to body, liberals aspired to achieve Indian self-governance through constitutional means, petitions and dialogue rather than confrontation. This is the first point. Second point, if moderates had not adopted liberal and constitutional methods, instead resorted to hasty and aggressive strategies, the Indian freedom struggle might have died a premature death. Next point. Liberals are progressive, balanced, and majority of them highly educated. Liberals believe that India is a nation in making. Nation in making. Liberals desire to achieve self-governance progressively. Dadabhai Nauroji wrote a book, Poverty and British Rule in India. In this book, he pronounced drain theory. Drain theory means the waters of river Ganga got evaporated, formed into clouds and rained in the river pool. This is the body. Coming to conclusion, the liberals started the national movement with peaceful and legal methods. They believe in slow and steady reforms which help to build political awareness in the country. This is the liberal perspective. Coming to Dalit perspective, actually first I have make a note on body, then I will go for conclusion. That's why some conclusions are sticky, కొంచెం గ్యాప్ లేకుండా రాసింటాను. సో దళిత్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్. కమింగ్ టు దళిత్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్, ఇంట్రడక్షన్ కన్క్లూజన్ నేను సేమ్ రాసుకున్న ఫస్ట్ పేజ్లోనే. నెక్స్ట్ నేను బాడీ ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకున్నాను. సో introduction. The Dalit perspective says freedom should include social equality, not just political independence. Leaders like Ambedkar focus on ending caste discrimination. Conclusion. The Dalit perspective reminds us that true freedom means dignity and equality for all. It highlights that social justice is as important as political independence. Body. Coming to body, మీరు మెన్షన్ చేయకండి ఎగ్జామ్లో బాడీ కన్క్లూజన్ అట్లా మెన్షన్ చేయకండి, నేను జస్ట్ నోట్ చేసుకున్నాను. డోంట్ మెన్షన్ బాడీ కన్క్లూజన్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ ఇన్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ హాల్. ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్, దళిత్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్ షుడ్. దళిత్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్ Dalit perspective should be understood in the broadest possible sense. Second point, Ambedkar said social reforms and social emancipation should come before political reforms. Third point, Jyotiba Phule, he was against oppression of marginalized sections in the Indian society. In బ్రాకెట్లో ఇన్ హిస్ బుక్ గులాంగిరిలో ఇది మెన్షన్ చేసినాడు. అండ్ ఆల్సో స్టార్టెడ్ అన్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ కాల్డ్ సత్యశోధక్ సమాజ్, ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ సత్య సీకర్ ట్రూత్ సీకర్ సొసైటీ. Fourth point, Jyotiba Phule said Peshwaras means Brahmins, was worse than British Raj. Fifth point, E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar belongs to Telangana, Tamil Nadu. 1925 started self-respect movement. Underline this word, self-respect movement. Who started self-respect movement? It is important for prelims also. E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar. Another name, Periyar. Was a dynamic social movement aimed at destroying the contemporary Hindu social order in its totality and creating a new rational society without caste, religion and God. Next point, all sections of Indian society should be brought into mainstream and there should not be caste hierarchy. Next point, Dalit reflects most vulnerable and deprived sections in the Indian society, which includes untouchability, Kama Sutras, etc. Next point, caste system, which was basically evolved for division of labor, ended up in social hierarchy. Next point, Dalits have good faith, they want rule of law and fraternity. ఇవి చాలు, నేను ఎక్కువ రాశాను దళిత్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్ మీద. 5 to 6 points enough. Ambedkar was a Dalit leader opposed Quit India movement in 1942. He asked, if Britishers quit India, who is going to rule? It is upper caste Hindus. Unless we have social reforms, political reforms are no use. Ambedkar views on equal society was inspired by Rousseau's ideas of liberty, equality, fraternity. This is about Dalit perspectives. Next, socialist perspective. Introduction. The socialist perspective sees the national movement as a fight not only for independence but also for economic and social equality. It focuses on ending poverty, exploitation, class division. A conclusion రాసుకున్నాను ఇందులోని. Conclusion, the socialist view added the goal of socialist justice to the freedom struggle, reminding us that political freedom must also bring equality and welfare for all. This is introduction and conclusion for socialist perspective. Coming to body. Okay. India was introduced to modern socialist ideas after the succession of Russian Revolution of 1917. Second point, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Suresh etc. was inspired by the socialist ideology. Next point, in fact, Hindustan Society Republican Association was formed with socialist and aggressive ideology. Next point, socialists brought new energy and orientation to our freedom struggle. Next point, Nehru was also influenced by socialist ideologies. 26th Jan 1930, Nehru's Purna Swaraj declaration also contained the spirit of socialist perspective. Socialists like Jayaprakash Narayan Ramohan Malaviya, Achyut Patwardhan aspired that true freedom will end economic disparity among the people. Next point, in our socialist model is welfare socialist. In our preamble also adopted the word socialist. This is about socialist perspective. Coming to Marxist perspective. Introduction, conclusion. Introduction. The Marxist perspective sees the freedom struggle as a movement shaped by class conflict and economic exploitation under colonial rule. It focuses on the role of peasants, workers, and fight against capitalist interest. Coming to conclusion. Marxists highlight that true independence means ending both foreign rule and class oppression, linking political freedom with economic justice. Coming to body, according to Benedict Anderson, nationalism is an instrument of bourgeois class. During 1857, Karl Marx commented it is the British intruder who broke the Indian spinning wheel. Next point. V.D. Savarkar called 1857 revolt as the first war of Indian independence, but Karl Marx called it as the revolt of feudal elements who led 1857 revolt from Arabia, conversing. Next point. Socialist and Marxist ideas during Indian freedom struggle mostly emerged in universities in India. Next point. Young educated Hindus were fascinated by the stories of French Revolution, Bolshevik Revolution, and particularly by Marxist ideology. They loved the concept of classless society. Some sections of Indians believed in equal society, and a few of them wanted to use Marxist revolutionary and violent methods in our freedom movement. Example, M.N. Roy in early he followed Marxist. Later he followed radical humanist. He wanted to bring armed in selection by using violence against British rule. Bipin Chandra, while discussing Marxist methods, said that the national orientation of INC can't be doubted and India's freedom struggle must struggle. Marxist did not yield much success in Indian national movement. Next, the classless and stateless society concept given by Marxists did not attract masses in India, and they only fought for freedom. This is about Marxist perspective. Next and the last, radical humanist perspective. Introduction and conclusion. Introduction. The radical humanist perspective led by M.N. Roy saw the national movement as incomplete without focus on individual freedom, rational thinking, and democracy. This is the introduction. Coming to conclusion, it reminded that true freedom means not just ending British rule, but also building a modern, secular, and democratic society based on human values. This is introduction and conclusion. Coming to body, first point, M.N. Roy used the term radical humanism in the beginner. Roy was the revolutionary. He wanted to bring an armed revolt in India through away the British rule, but he could not. Next point. Initially, he became a Marxist. He said Marxism is a panacea for all evils in the world. Next point. Later on, he promoted radical humanism. It is a philosophy of freedom based on modern scientific knowledge. Next point. Radical humanism, man is the is the center of the theme of the thing. In radical humanism, man is the center of the theme of the things. Next point. Man is a end or purpose. The basic need for freedom is to emancipate man. Next point. The pillars of the radical humanism are rationality, science, education, knowledge. Only in the free country individuals intellectual growth is possible. These all are about uh, five perspectives. These are very important for examination. Okay friends, happy learning. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.